Hey guys, Register the Gamer here, and welcome to my very first Let's Play of one of, if not the very first game I ever played, Kirby's Dream Land for the Game Boy. Although more specifically, it's Kirby's Dream Land Deluxe, which is simply just a colorization pack of Kirby's Dream Land. But hey, it's still Kirby's Dream Land. Like I said, I am very nostalgic for this game because it's one of the first games I ever played. And yeah, I figured what better way to start your Let's Plays than do one of the games I first started playing video games with. But with that out of the way, let's go into our first stage, Green Greens. I love those little level intros. They haven't brought those back in the newer games. Anyways, as you can see, Kirby is a 2D side-scroller. You can jump, like any other good 2D side-scroller platformer. And Kirby's main method of attack, as we can demonstrate on this little guy called a Waddle Dee, is by sucking up and spitting out. Pretty standard way. You can take out most enemies super easily with this. There are a few that you can't do just by simply sucking once, but we'll get to those. And as you can see, Kirby can't jump over this very angular hill. So what do? You simply fly. Kirby can fly for as long as you want until you press B, in which case he'll spit out an air bullet, which acts similarly to the star bullets that you can spit out by sucking up enemies. You could theoretically fly throughout the entire game, but we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to completely circumvent that enemy's entire gimmick, but luckily there's a second one here, so we can show it up. This guy is called a Cappy, and his gimmick is you can suck him up, well, give me a second and I'll show it. If you're too close, you'll suck him up in one shot. These right here are energy drinks. If you pick them up, they're healing items. They'll restore 2 hits to Kirby. As you can see, Kirby has a max of 6 hits. Alright, let's actually show this guy's gimmick. I said let's actually show his gimmick, yes. With Cappies, you can suck up their hat, and they'll start walking towards you very slowly, and you can put the hat back out at them. That's a bit, you don't want to fall in there. These little bird guys right here, they're called Twizzies. And this flying guy right here is a Bronto bird. This is a Poppy Bro Jr. to be specific. This one kind of just walks around in place, he's having a good time. Until we come up and eat him like a maniac! Yeah, you can see Kirby takes 1 point of damage every time he hits an enemy, under most scenarios anyways. This right here is a Warp Star. If we hop onto it, it'll take us to the next part of the stage. And directly into our first mid-boss, Poppy Brothers Sr., the bigger version of the guys we saw earlier. This guy will jump around and throw bombs. He jumped over my star bullet there, and he did it again. And when he does a little short hop like that, he'll do a bigger hop a second later. What you want to do is you want to suck up his bombs and spit them back out at him, but make sure he doesn't jump over them. And when he's dead, he just explodes. Which I guess that checks out for if you've got a bomb spit at you. This right here is another Poppy Bro, but this one's having the time of his life riding around on a giant apple. We can eat the guy and not the apple. I guess that's just what Kirby's known for. Yeah. So like I said, I am very nostalgic for this game. I used to play this on my brother's old Game Boy Color. He had the cartridge for the game. That bear right there that I just destroyed was a Grizzo. And yes, Bronto birds can sometimes actively target you. They will fly down from the heavens, and as soon as they get to your position, they will do a little loop around and try to charge you. If you don't want to spit out what's currently in your face, you can just swallow it by crouching. And yeah. You won't get any extra points for defeating enemies, the score doesn't really matter in this game. We can see there, this guy's having the time of his life riding a grizzly bear. Yeah. You can go into the giant tree and find Cappies without their hats, as well as some more Grizzos. If you can drop down through soft platforms by holding down, similar to Smash. We need to fly up through here. Another Grizzo. Yeah, these blocks. I don't even know why these blocks are here. There's not even anything behind there. We have a Twizzy just sitting. What do you do? Yeah, air bullets can act as actual offensive maneuvers. You can use them if you don't want to suck anything up. And speaking of sucking things up, that right there is a Maxim Tomato, which will heal all of your health. It will restore you to full, which it didn't really matter that it was specifically a Maxim Tomato because you only had one, you'd only taken a single hit. But yeah. And I'd say it's about time for a boss fight. Say hello to a boss that every Kirby fan should recognize, Wispy Woods. This guy shows up in so many Kirby games. He will try and spit air puffs at you, similar to what we can do, but these ones actually hurt him. And he will also drop apples from the sky in sets of 3. And you just spit the apples back at him, and you win. So, your main motivation throughout the story is King Deity has stolen not only all the food in Dreamland, but also the sparkling stars, the source of Dreamland's food. I accidentally hit the fast forward button because I'm playing this on emulator, but yeah. You can see, so our goal is to collect the 5 sparkling stars and bring the food back to Dreamland. So, 1 down, 4 to go, and time for the best part of any Kirby game. Not that. That. I enjoy that. On to our next stage, Castle Lolo. Ah! Yes, Castle Lolo is a lot more open-ended than the previous stage. That guy right there that I just fucked up that was sweeping the floor is called a broom hatter. They're very diligent cleaners. That guy right down there is a Wallaby. He has an attack, but this one doesn't do it. Instead, we will grab the thing that looks like a cowboy hat, which is in fact a microphone, and by pressing B, Kirby is such a bad singer that anytime he uses a microphone, enemies will explode and die. I don't actually know the name of that ghost enemy right there, but that cannon up there is known as the Shotzo. He just spits cannonballs out. And this could be a useful room if you've taken some hits. But fortunately for us, we did not, because we're good at games. Oh, you can suck up the ghost enemies. I didn't know that. Ah! So that's a bomb. You can suck up the bomb and spit it back out to cause an explosion. That enemy right there, not that one. I don't know what the names of the block enemies are called, but this right here, this mask, is actually alive, and it'll start chasing at you like the Phantoms from Super Mario Bros. 2. They're called a Two-Face. They won't start chasing you until you get close to them, though, so you can be a bit careful around them. And in case you didn't notice, this room is actually a looping room. So we're just keep heading to the right, we end up back where we started. Let's head back in. And here we have our first underwater section. Introducing a couple new enemies. We have the Glump down here. They'll just spit projectiles at you. And Kirby cannot inhale underwater. I don't think you'd want to inhale underwater, otherwise you'd drown. And this guy right here is a Gordo. And for the sake of demonstration, I will show you how much damage he does in this game. He does half of Kirby's health in this game. He's a lot weaker than later games. He won't do nearly that much damage, but still. He's the only enemy to normally do more than 1 point of damage. Even accounting for bosses. So past these blocks and we find another Gordo. I do not want to touch him. That would be very mean. And here we have another running thing throughout Kirby, the invincibility cannon. Mario uses Star's power-up. Kirby gets really hyper on sugar! Rugg! Rugg! I'm gonna destroy everything! Rugg! Rugg! I'm destroying everything! Rugg! I'm gonna crash into the wall! Yeah. Kirby really likes candy, and this guy right here, he is known as Lolo, in this game. He is actually from HAL Laboratories' other game series, Adventures of Lolo. And as you could probably guess, he was named Lolo in that game instead of Lolo. I don't know why they have the extra syllable, but hey. He'll just shove blocks at you and you just spit them back out. And you'll automatically be taken to the next area, which is this. It's kind of a nothing burger of a room. There's not really much to do in there. There's some blocks here. And we could just move on, but I want to take a look up here. We have the ghost enemies from before, as well as some mummy enemies called Mumbies blocking our path. Ow. I actually didn't mean to do that. So if we go in here, we can find more of those ghosts, ghosting around. We can find an energy drink, which is very useful. And we can find another new item, the super spicy curry. With this, Kirby will start to jitter around uncontrollably, and if you hold B like I am right now, he will spit fire, which can damage enemies in his way. So, yeah. Fire is a pretty common first power-up in games that isn't just an invincibility power-up. We have another Gordo right there. Some blocks, an energy drink that we don't need. What's behind door number 1? A bat and a Two-Face. I do not want to touch the Gordos because they're actually a problem in this game. We have a Room Hatter, which actually got a hit on me. I guess this is his break room or something. I don't know. Oops. I thought I was gonna fall there. Let's go down and grab this. And door number 3 should be the way to progress. Yeah, and I'd say it's about time for another boss fight. Not only do we fight Lololo again, but we also fight his sister, Lalala, who, again, returns from the Adventures of Lolo. This is a bit unique, because since it's two entities, they don't actually share a health bar, even if it's shown that way on the screen. Instead, each of them has half of a boss health bar, and when one of them goes down, which... Dang it, I missed it! What? Okay, maybe just stuck? And spit. Stuck. And spit. Stuck. And spit. So yeah, when one of them goes down, the other will continue to attack, since, again, they don't actually share a health bar. Yeah, that's our second boss. Next time on Kirby's Dream Land, we'll be tackling our third stage, Flow Islands. See you guys then.